We're back in the studio, as you can tell, because here we are. And I'm here with Rick Disberger from Elevation Investment Group of Raymond James. Hello, Rick.
Hi, Judy.
Nice to have you. I am so happy to have you here because we're going to be talking about how to help seniors plan for their retirement and try to outlive their money. And I haven't done a very good job with this. So I'm basically saying, help. What can you tell me?
Okay, well, it's very important for seniors. The first step is to map out a strategy. I have seen a lot of people come into my office over the last few years very nervous that they're going to outlive their money potentially. So the first step for them to do is to sit down with a professional, a financial advisor, and begin to map out a strategy. And then it's a very important situation to stick to that strategy through the thick and thin.
Now, I guess one question comes to mind. I'm almost 60. I haven't done a very good job. Is it too late for me?
Absolutely not. The situation is in order to prepare yourself for the future, the best way to do it is to sit down again with a professional and start putting the thoughts together. So it is absolutely not too late for you, Judy.
And how do I know who to get to be a financial planner?
Well, there's several different ways to do it. One way that I see a lot of people come into my office is via word of mouth. In other words, someone like yourself may have a friend that is a successful investor and you may pick their brain. Another way is possibly talk with another professional that you may work with, say your accountant or your attorney. So those are good ways to do it, is just word of mouth. Other ways that folks gather information on who to work with as a financial advisor is they may attend workshops or seminars. And often you'll see them advertised in publications, and that may give you an opportunity to meet with someone and see if you feel comfortable working with them.
Well, quite honestly, I'm a little freaked out about this subject, and I want to get into the nitty-gritty a little bit. And as we were talking before the show, I know that you have this 10-second test, and I wanted to know a little bit about that. Maybe we could play with it a bit.
Absolutely. I've got a 10-second test that's on my website, www.elevationinvestmentgroup. And when I conduct a workshop for clients, to get their minds moving forward and wrapped around the topics that we're going to discuss, I use this 10-second test. It can be found again on my website, but let me give you a couple examples of some questions here.
All right, we'll play with it.
Okay, let's play with it. Judy, are you concerned about outliving your income?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very much.
Okay.
If I get a lot of yeses, this means I need help.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do you have any doubts about your current investment strategy?
Yes.
Okay. And other things, for example, would you like to see your kids or your grandchildren go to college?
At my age, they've been, and I don't have grandkids yet, but I can see how that would be an important topic for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. So again, this is a type of situation where you begin to see possibly what things that may interest you are out there. So another question that is there on the 10-second test is, are you concerned about going into a nursing home eventually?
Yes. It's interesting because this test, obviously one can glance over it in 10 seconds. But as we're talking about it, yes, those are decisions that I haven't grappled with. Is a nursing home something I want as an option, is an option? And where does that fit into the whole scheme of things? And I haven't, it's something that I believe a lot of people my age just put off as somewhere out there in the future and don't really talk about.
And so that's an example of why one would talk with a financial advisor and begin communication. Now, the second part of it is once that strategy is mapped out, it's extremely important that you stick to it. No matter what happens with the economy or the financial markets, you want to stay with that strategy that you originally mapped out and remove all the emotions out of it. That's why professionals exist in this business arena, is to be able to make sure that you stay on track with what you originally set out to do and what your original intentions were.
So it's a matter of working with somebody, going over all your finances, coming up with a plan and mapping a strategy, and then sticking to it.
The very important part of it all is sticking to it, because that's where the flaws and the pitfalls tend to happen.
So the first step is to get over my fear and get out there and start doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The very first step. And then again, the best way to find someone that you may feel comfortable moving forward with and working with is just simply by maybe asking friends or other people, other folks that are working within the industry.
Well, I better get on it. And thank you so much. I really appreciate your coming, because this is something I really need to be hearing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me, Judy.